Hey Shooby-Doodlers, how are you doing? Well, this is about the fourth version of this video that I've recorded. I started off going, "Arr!" and then I went, and then I went, "Arr!" And now I just like, So what is it all about? Coppa, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. It's a US thing, which is run by the Federal Trade Commission. About 20 organisations, privacy organisations, came to them and said, YouTube is breaking all your rules. Children under 13 must have parental permission. You must actively gain parental permission. Of course, that's really difficult. Let me get my cup of tea. So according to the letter of the law, blah, blah, blah. So YouTube have come to an agreement with the FTC. They paid them $175 million. So all those FTC people are, they got new computers this Christmas. So they're very happy. So YouTube have said, so basically, here's the money. This is what we're going to do. It's not our fault. Okay, we're doing everything we can for children's privacy. So what YouTube have now done is they first of all sent an email around saying, hey, creators, you need to know about this. Creators now have a choice. They can set their channel to be a made for kids channel or a mixed channel or an adult channel. If you set it to a kids channel, then that's it, that's set. If it's a mixed channel, you have to go through all your videos and say, this is made for kids, that's not made for kids. This is made for kids, that's not made for kids. If it's an adult channel, you put X-rated stuff on there, I guess, I don't know, and kids shouldn't be allowed to see it. This is all about cookies, basically, and it's really about targeted advertising. You know, when you watch a YouTube video, stuff comes up, you think, whoa, and sometimes you see an Amazon video, an Amazon ad might sort of follow you across or something like that. That's because of cookies. Targeted advertising. They know who you are, and they know your demographic, and they know you're going to kind of possibly want to buy this product or service. Obviously, there are problems with that with kids who might sign up for things by mistake, or who could even have people targeting them for bad reasons. I don't know what. I'd rather not think about. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I understand that. But there are laws against people doing that already. You know, you're not allowed to corrupt children. so I'm sure, the laws in the US can cover that perfectly already if there are bad actors. The trouble is there are a lot of really good actors. There are a lot of really good creators, a lot of really good people on YouTube creating stuff for children. I do. My channel, Draw Stuff Real Easy, is I visit lots of schools, and I'm aware that the education, Western education has just given up on creativity. And not only do teachers not know how to teach drawing or how to show drawing, at teacher training college they're not taught. There are art departments closed down, drama departments have closed down. Schools are not interested because the educational establishment is only interested in qualitative examinations, stuff that they can say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, you pass. They don't want to go, I don't know, what do you think about this painting? Should we give it a 6? Should we give it a 7? They don't want to know about that. They just want tick boxes. That is why there is no creativity in school anymore. So I know that there are creative people out there. It's what they do, and they want to express themselves, and there's no one there to teach them drawing. So that's why I set up Draw Stuff Real Easy. Here, this is how you draw this. This is how you draw that. And my idea is I'll show you how to draw this, but at the same time I'm kind of explaining about ellipses and perspective and things like that, and you will pick up some drawing tips along the way, and eventually it's like a training wheels. You go off on your own. And a kid wanting to do homework who wants to know how to draw the Eiffel Tower, who might not know where to start, I'll show them where to start, I'll show them how to finish, and they might go, wow. And I know I get messages from kids saying, wow, I did it, I got an A+ at school. I got, you helped me do my homework. And I feel great when that happens, yeah, I've done my job. And kids come to me and they say, I really need to know how to draw such and such for homework. So I show them how to draw it, and I tell them, and that's it. And they might come back and say, thanks a lot, it was really good, and I got an A+ or whatever. So yesterday on my Draw Stuff Real Easy channel, I set it to a Made for Kids channel. Today I went to see if there are any consequences. So on my Creator Studio, all the videos have been marked as Made for Kids. So I went to my channel page. There is no subscribe button. I went to the videos. The video pages, there are no subscribe buttons. So you cannot subscribe to Draw Stuff Real Easy anymore. Come the 1st of January, there will be no personalised advertising because there will be no cookies and things like that. There will be no comments. There will be no likes. There will be no social interaction. So I won't know if kids got an A+. I won't know what it is they want me to draw for their homework, assignments. I make these videos for kids all around the world, in Africa and Asia and Bangladesh and Russia, Brazil. They are all around the world, and some of them are living miles from anywhere. They have no schools, they have no education. I am their education. And the US Federal Trade Commission says, no, you cannot do this, because the next thing that happened was that YouTube sent around new terms of contract. And they will, if they don't like your channel because of all of this, they just cut it down. If they think that you are serving stuff to children without saying that it is, they just cut it out because they have to cover their backsides. They also say that any channels that are non-commercial, they can also just cut them out as well. Commercially unviable, that's the word, commercially unviable. So, if you set a channel to being made for kids, and then they stop serving adverts on it, so it's not creating any income for Google, it's commercially unviable. They could just wipe out that channel at any moment at their whim. So there is no point in carrying on. There really isn't. Now, as for the Shoe Rainer drawing channel, this channel that I'm talking on, I have lots and lots of videos that I would say are made for kids. I have lots and lots of videos that I would say are not made for kids. So I have to go through over 1,000 videos and decide which one's which and click the button. They haven't made an easy button to do that. There's a lot of work. And I have to do this all by the 1st of January, when all the ones that I assign as made for kids, there will be no subscribe button, there will be no advertising, there will be no likes. YouTube may very well decide just to erase those videos. It will actually free up an awful lot of their data space. So, and the other thing is, then they don't recommend those videos either, in case, children might see them. So what will happen, actually, is children will still come to YouTube because they love YouTube, and they will go and they'll type in whatever it is they want to see, and the only thing that will come up on their search recommendations will be inappropriate adult content. So inadvertently, the FTC is going to be taking away all this children's content and replacing it with inappropriate adult content available for children under 13, because they're still going to watch without parents, or even with parents' permission, but not explicit parents' permission. They're going to be watching with grandpa. They're going to be going down to Auntie Mabel's house and watching it there. Who knows? Who knows? So the whole thing is a complete mess. It's a complete mess. And lots of creators are rising up and trying to make the FTC understand the realities of the decision that they have made. And hopefully they will see some sense and maybe pull back a bit. At the moment, they seem to be really zealous. They talk about creators as being fish in a barrel that they can shoot. And come 1st of January, they say that we have all the tools to come and find you if you haven't marked your videos as appropriate, as made for kids, and we can fine you up to $42,000 per video. I call that vexatious litigation myself. Now here comes the real problem. What is a made-for-kids video? A made-for-kids video is almost anything. When you look at the definitions, music is attracted to children, so then it's a made-for-kids video. Every music video on YouTube is liable to be classified as a made-for-kids video because kids are attracted to it. Breakfast cereal. Kids like breakfast cereal. Cookies. Anything. Anything on your video that's, bright colours. All YouTubers use bright colours on their videos because it it's attractive. It's attractive to kids as well. All those gamers, forget it. They are going down. PewDiePie, how many billion under 13s watch him? PewDiePie is finished totally, completely. Now on Patreon, I've been telling my patrons about this today, and Judy in the Big Shed, who's a great follower, says to me, talk about the FTC and YouTube shooting themselves in the foot. You and so many other creators must be reeling. It's like being bowled over by a spilled lorry load of lemons, which of course means quoting the old adage about making lemonade. And that's what I'm going to do. I've been torn this way and that way. Making adult content, making children's content as a children's author and this and that. It's just not worth my while being a children's author anymore. I think I'm going to make a video about why. It's actually put me in mental torment the last 2 or 3 years. Do I do stuff for adults? Do I do stuff for kids? And basically I've been doing kind of 3 full-time jobs, driving myself mad, trying to do this. And I've just been on a fabulous vacation. I've been on a cruise with my lovely wife to see the Northern Lights on a ship with no children on it, and I relaxed. And I didn't have internet contact most of the time either, which has given me time to kind of think about things differently. And I could see that it's just dangerous to create children's content these days. Dangerous from a financial point of view. When I've been a children's author for 30 years. I've sort of brought my family up. It's paid our way, but that whole world has kind of gone. It's just not economically viable anymore for an author unless you are a celebrity. So that is a whole other business. As you can see on YouTube, they just cut our legs out. So, and I imagine if I tried setting up other things or whatever, my legs will be cut out underneath as well by various legal this and that and whatever. So I think it's just not worth looking after kids anymore. Which is appalling, absolutely appalling. We complain about snowflakes, which I think is really unfair. I think young people are battling their way through a very complicated world, and us oldies go on about them being snowflakes, which I don't think they are. But now, by wrapping kids up in cotton wool with this FTC thing, I'm saying to kids, you're not allowed onto the internet properly. It's like saying you're not allowed out of the front door. This is how you learn, to recognise the good and the bad in the world, by actually getting bitten every now and then or whatever.
Whatever is officially a word that can be deemed to make a video attractive to kids. Federal Trade Commission.
There are laws already to catch bad actors. We don't need to catch and accuse the good actors who are just doing good stuff already, and we don't have to find them for it. It's just wrong. What's even worse, I find, is that this is all happening. This is a US state, whoever they are, commission. They're not voted in. They're not a democratic organisation. They have just decided all this stuff in the US. There's no legislation about it. And they are destroying jobs, careers, businesses around the world, imposing their views and cultures on views and cultures all around the world, because YouTube is an international company and it is all around the world. But because they're based in the States, they have to kind of do that there. So I'm pulling out of kids stuff. And as from now, so this is Friday the 22nd of November, 2 minutes past 2 in UK time, this is purely an adult drawing channel. I am not doing any more stuff for kids, and I won't be doing kind of children's book stuff. And I'll be marking, when I have time before the 1st of January, I'll be marking down all my videos that are made for kids, or appear to be made for kids, as that. And my income is just going to, I only kind of make on average about $500 a month, which is way below minimum wage when you take in the amount of time I put into this. But it's a lovely load of lemons from which I'm going to make lemonade. So where am I going to go? I will be turning this into a drawing channel. It will be about drawing, but it will be aimed at an adult audience. And when I say that, I don't mean it's going to be an triple X audience. I mean grown-ups, from which I suppose YouTube will say is 13 up. But I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, I'm assuming my target audience, I'm thinking, is kind of 18 up. At any time, I can imagine somebody will just suddenly decide, because the UN, I think, say that children are under 18. So at any time, that kind of thing could change. So as far as I'm concerned, my avatar of the person watching this is going to be over 18, and I will sort of talk about, drawing, and I want to go and interview other artists, talk about drawing, have live interactions on here. I think it would be very much sort of sketchbook, live journaling, that kind of stuff. And I kind of have a vision of what it's going to be, where it's going to go, but I can't explain it all totally. I just have to kind of start and see where it goes. So I hope you're going to stick by me and watch. And, my income is going to plummet. So I'm going to really, really ask you to come and support me on Patreon. You can support me from as little as $3 a month. It's buying me a cup of coffee just to keep me going. Or you can support me on the other levels as well, which I will maybe be rearranging what I'm kind of doing. I'm going to do a bit more live interaction on Patreon as well. I think I will be doing that. So the live interaction on YouTube will just be chat. On Patreon it'll be much more, sort of live video. Come and join me in the studio and ask me questions and stuff like that. So that's where I am at the moment. Trying to make lemonade from an enormous lorry load of lemons that has been dumped on us by the FTC. I don't think I completely understand where YouTube is standing. I think the FTC just haven't got a clue what this is all about, and they just don't realise what they have unleashed. Or I don't think they're actually in the 21st century, actually, because Coppa sort of started in 1998, and all this is based on 1998 rules. So there we go. In the meantime, keep watching. Keep drawing. And I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.